Hi guys, correspondent all stand on. I said be able to go back to the video. Now it's time to begin the 5 for the day. This one is round 11, and we got new cards in this one, plus one card that came back fully repaired. Now, let's begin this one. Alright, so with next day for Showy TT5 anime, I don't know this shit. Followed by Player Ace, Player Barracuda, AR Cuba Convertible, Infinity D37 as, and a newcomer, the Matt Green, the Skyline R30, and, yeah, the first card for the Doctor of Daytona is finally back, fully repaired. Yeah, the engine block is back on to where it belongs. Alright, here we go. Skyline! And the new color, newcomer. What's going on? Wow, where's the start of this one? And yours, they're done. Here they go. We're on to the next group. Alright, then we have one of these portraits over there. This particular portrait, yeah, it's a 992 Evo. That's what it's called. We'll have a portrait 916 LA for the Hot One series, of the Bacar this time. Followed by a red portrait 918 Spider, and Defender 90. Like Surrey Chevrolet at 454 wagon, and a pink Chevrolet C7.06. A lot of you are going after this one. They're going crazy over this one. So glad I managed to get this one. Alright, here we go. And the Z06 in pink is moving on. What a fast vet we got there. Well, and then the others, they're done. And these three are going in there. And these two exotics are going in there. Alright, moving on to the next group. So yeah, so far we have two newcomers in this one. Moving on to this one. Alright, let's continue on. Opel Cadet E in black and green. We'll have a Willie in Overland Coupe. We have a Logan Microbus. Hunter H2 Concept. We have Austin Hurley AK2 and a Matte Blue Echo NSX. 90s model year. In fact, I saw NSX today. I was 2016 model year to be exact. Here we go. That is one Fed Opel. So we have another newcomers moving on. So that's 3 newcomers moving on. And these guys are done. Moving on to the next group. Alright then, for concept. Selling for a Selkie GTA, we'll have a 64 Ford Galaxy 500, a Nissan 240XX, first generation. Actually, it's a Nissan 300ZX, from the 80s, SD 300, and yep, a Citroen. This particular Citroen is called the Citroen EC4 SUV. Alright, here we go. And for your Sucker GT, another newcomers moving on. So that's 4 newcomers moving on this one. Well, and then the others out here. We're on the next group. Oh yeah, 67 for Mustang. This one is even a Mustang series. full Chevy GL1 concept and mission model chase car. Like A7, Buick, and Nashville, we have a seat. And Maybach over here. The G class, as we exact. Easy modern and A47 Chevy AD. Here we go. And that Buick moving on again. So yeah, that's one of the returners moving on again. And the Grand National is a legendary car in both real life and in this series. And dude, of course, that Buick is one of the only cars that had a V6 under its hood. Not a typical V8 like most of the cars have. Alright, here we go in our final review. Let's see one Chevy Impala, IR5Q, Dodge Daytona, 69 mile here. He's fine, Chevy Bel Air, 2018 Chevy Camaro at the Honda 50th anniversary edition, first color, and a custom Dutton 240Z. Alright, here we go. Okay, the legendary Dodge Daytona is moving on again. What a run by that Charger. And you're out here and done. Now we move on to the next part. We'll get our three newcomers over here. So, which one's moving on? Let's find out. Opel Kadett GE in black and green. That newcomer is moving on this one. And these two, oh, they're done. And now the other three. So, who will face up against the newcomer, the Opel? It's time to find out. Buick once again, legendary returner versus newcomer. So yeah, the Buick up here before, but not the Opel. So, now for a three tie. The car in the both men will be going in there. But a tie. Third information will come up. Let's see what happens. Buick once again needs another win to go back again. But what happened that Opel take that win? The information coming up, we don't know. Let's find out for ourselves. Here we go. And the Buick is back again for another one. So it's no longer just a legend, it is now a super legend. Still one of my fattest cars I ever owned on here. So yeah, this will be Anna getting another returner in this one. Alright guys, that's it for this one. All my videos are done for today. We'll be back out there tomorrow. More videos coming up. But I do have an important duty to take care of tomorrow. Oh, I got a job at Linda's place. It's tomorrow at 7 a.m. I got some equipment I need to take out for her. And I do have work tomorrow again. I think I do first. But don't worry, guys. Corresponding will still continue on. That one. So, yeah. I'm going to be very busy tomorrow. Alright, guys. That's it for this one. See you all tomorrow for my first vid. See you tomorrow, everyone. Good night.